Yeah, so we're actually looking towards the Mississippi River Bridge to the east, and as you can see, there's some little snowflakes falling around, and a nice little scene to wrap up freezing rain and sleet. And this is going to pretty much wrap it up a little bit later on this afternoon, but we could see a couple hours of some snow, maybe some freezing drizzle across the area. So just putting a nice little bow on our winter weather season. Hopefully this will be the last of it we see, because it's been a long, cold, strange, Minnesota-like week here in Mississippi. And as we take a look at what's going on, Arctic air continues to file down from the north. And again, we still have that precipitation coming up as a weak upper level disturbance moves through. The main system is now moving out along the east coast, bringing ice and snow to the northeast and mid-Atlantic. But again, we're still dealing with some winter weather here in the Delta. And as we take a look at your current temperatures, mid to upper 20s along Highway 82, 28 in Vicksburg, 29 in Jackson, 21 in Tunica, mid to low 20s across Arkansas. And get this, some portions of Arkansas, especially the southern part of the state, saw upwards of 14 inches of snow from this last bout of winter weather. Just incredible amounts of winter precip across the Ark-La-Miss in the last couple of days, and wind chills just not our friend again as we have those strong north winds. You know, I was just talking about wind chills. Well, they're in the low to mid-teens across the entire area, so be sure to layer up if you're going to go outside and maybe try to play in this mess. And if you do that, please be careful, because it's very, very slick out there. And as we take a look at the radar again, that band of snow setting up from really southeast Louisiana along I-20, or southeast Arkansas into northeast Louisiana and along the Delta. So again, those communities into Greenwood, Carrollton, Grenada, not seeing all that much, especially along I-55. Most of this is in the northwest Delta from about Lake Providence to Belzona, northwest bound. So again, many of us will start to see some decent snow throughout the day. I wouldn't say we'd get more than a half an inch, but it could be a nice little coating. Winter weather advisories in effect until about 3 p.m. Winter storm warning still in effect for the northern half of the area. So again, we will continue to see a little bit of winter weather. And as we track that out, you can see that band just continuing pretty much through the afternoon, gradually tapering off as drier air begins to filter in from the west. And then temperatures start to drop, especially if we can start to get some of those clouds breaking. We could really see those temperatures plummet down into the low teens, maybe some single digits. So going to be dangerously cold again tonight, so be sure to layer up. And as for our power outage situation, still nearly 200,000 people without power across Mississippi, especially into the South Delta, Central Mississippi, and down into the Natchez Trace corridor. Arkansas, you got relatively unscathed. The snow doesn't weigh down those power lines. You're actually in good shape. 118,000 without power now in Louisiana. So hopefully power crews can continue to get us back all in line. But again, if you are driving out today, solid sheet of ice. Be sure to avoid sudden stops, reduce your speed, avoid hills and steep inclines, which is pretty easy for much of the Delta because it's so flat. But if you start to slide, be sure to turn into your slide. That can help you regain control. But my best tip today is stay home, enjoy it, watch a movie if you have power, try to stay warm inside. And as we take a look at your temperature trend, next 2 days, this ice isn't going anywhere. Saturday, maybe a little bit of melting, still going to have some black ice concerns into the weekend, and then finally into early next week, we'll really start to get that melting process underway. But for the rest of the day, freezing drizzle and light snow, overcast, cold, highs in the 30s. 14 tonight, decrease in clouds, bitterly cold, wind chills near 0 at times, and those lows could potentially dip into the single digits in locations, especially if we get those clear skies. And by tomorrow, highs 32, plenty of sunshine. We'll see some sublimation tomorrow, so some of that top layer of ice and freezing rain and sleet will start to evaporate into the atmosphere, but still not really going anywhere until about early next week when temperatures really start to warm up and we start to see that sunshine return Tuesday into Wednesday. That's going to wrap it up for your forecast. Now to you, Tamara.